Hello and welcome to the UCS Student Technology Introduction. In this video, we will be sharing an overview of the new district-provided laptop and digital resources. A quick reminder, while instructional videos are great, transitions and information can sometimes come too quickly. To get the most from this video, remember to pause often, rewind when necessary, and watch again. In this session, we will be covering the following: an introduction to your new district-provided device, Edge, the district-supported browser, and Classlink, the district-supported single sign-on service. While in Classlink, we will launch Schoology and verify that your courses match your PowerSchool schedule. Next, we will provide you with some basic navigation for Windows 10. Hopefully, you'll pick up a helpful hint or two. We will also show you how to back up all of your files to OneDrive. Then we will give you a quick tour of Teams meetings. And finally, show you various ways to communicate with your teacher. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to power on your computer. Some computers have been sitting longer than others, so you may need to plug in the power cord. If your computer does in fact need to be plugged in, do that now. We will be using it during this session. Once powered on, please take a moment to read and accept the District Acceptable Use of Technology form. Next, you'll be prompted to log in using your district-provided email and your ITS password. If you've forgotten your username or password, please see administration or your teacher now. Okay, at this point, you should be logged into the computer. We are almost ready to begin, but first, we need to make sure that you are connected to the internet. To do this, look at the bar on the bottom of your computer. On the right side, you will see an icon for the internet. If you're not connected, it will look like a wire globe. Either way, please click the icon. A prompt will open showing you the available Wi-Fi signals that you can connect to. At school, you should always be connected to Reaching Higher. Please click it if you are not already connected. It's possible you may have to enter your school email and your ITS password to connect, but in most cases, you will not need to do this. If you receive a message that it could not connect, please give the computer a moment and then restart and try again. This should fix the issue. Finally, when you are at home, you will need to repeat this process, but connect to your home Wi-Fi signal. In the case that you don't know your home Wi-Fi signal, please check with your parents. If you do not have Wi-Fi at home, please see administration. We are now ready to begin our presentation. Let's start by using Edge to explore Classlink, the district's new single sign-on service. Edge is the new district-supported browser. It is recommended that you use Edge to access the internet. When you launch Edge or a new tab in Edge, it will launch Classlink. Let's talk about what a single sign-on service is and does. A single sign-on service will show you all of the resources for the classes that you take, and it will remember your login so you don't have to. Using Classlink means you don't have to log in over and over again, just once. Let's take a look at Classlink now by logging in. Start by clicking the Click Here to Log In button. You will be asked to log in with your district email and your ITS password for the first time. but after that, it will automatically log you in each time you access it. Classlink will show you apps that are assigned to you by the classes you take, meaning that you will only see the apps you need. Always use Classlink to launch the apps for your class. Recall that Classlink will remember your username and password for every app on this screen. Some apps will log you in immediately, but others will ask you to sign in just the first time. Please take a moment and verify that Classlink is working correctly and logging you into each of the apps on this screen. Again, some apps like PowerSchool and College Board will require you to sign in the first time. Please notify administration if you discover an app that you cannot log into, but have the correct username and password for. Now we need to take a look at Schoology and verify that the courses you see are the same as your PowerSchool schedule. First, find the Schoology app on your Classlink dashboard and click it to launch Schoology. In Schoology, please click on Courses. You should see all of the courses assigned to you. Take a moment now to verify that they are the same as your schedule in PowerSchool. Please pause the video until you're done. Next, we are going to explore how to navigate in Windows 10. While there are many ways to navigate in Windows 10, the taskbar is the most prominent. It is the dark bar that covers the entire bottom length of your screen. On this bar, you can find settings, programs, files, folders, notifications, and even conduct a search. We're going to explore the taskbar by looking at its three parts, the left, middle, and right side. Each has important functions that we will now explore. We will start our exploration of the taskbar by looking at the left side. On the left side, you will see three icons: a Windows icon, a search bar, and what looks like a movie film icon. Pressing the Windows icon will launch the Start menu. In the Start menu, you can find every program in alphabetical order. Additionally, you will find some quick access settings like the power toggle. Next to the Windows icon, you will see the search bar. Typing in the search bar is a great way for finding files, apps, folders, settings, or programs when you're not sure where they are located. Finally, you will see the Task View icon. Clicking Task View is a quick way to see all the programs that are currently running. Additionally, it will even show you what programs you had open a few days ago. In the middle of the taskbar, you will see all of the programs that are currently running. Here's a helpful tip to save you some time. For programs that you use every day, you can pin them to the middle of the taskbar for quick access. While a program is running and you can see its icon in the taskbar, right-click on it. A menu will open. Choose Pin to Taskbar. Now, when you close the program, the icon will stay on the taskbar for easy access. In the middle of the taskbar, we can also find the File Explorer. You use the File Explorer to access all of the files and folders that are on your computer. A word of caution: while you can save in most of the files and folders in File Explorer, please make sure that you back them up to OneDrive to guarantee that you don't lose them. We will discuss more about this later. While you can search for files using the search bar that we explored just a second ago, the File Explorer is more useful if you know where the file is located. The left side of the File Explorer is the navigation window, where you can see all of the folders and the structure that exists on your computer. The right side of the File Explorer is the View window, where you can see the contents in the folders. On the top left, you will find a Quick Access folders, or folders that you use all the time, like the desktop or download folders. You can also find recently used folders or folders that you've recently been working with. This will change based off of what folders you are accessing the most. All of the folders on the computer can be found by scrolling down the left side of the File Explorer. Finally, let's take a look at the far right side of the taskbar and the notification icon. The notification menu is a great place to find the settings you use the most. Settings like connecting to new wireless or Bluetooth devices, like mice and/or earbuds, taking screen snips, or connecting to Wi-Fi. These are just a few of the settings that can be found in the Notification Center. You should take a minute to familiarize yourself with the rest of the settings. Don't worry, you can even access all of the Windows 10 settings right here too. Pause the video and look around. Here are some important and commonly used keyboard commands. Windows 10 and every program have a common and specific keyboard commands that can be very useful. The keyboard commands to copy, cut, paste, and undo anything you select from text, images, files, and emails. Snap to half is especially useful when working in two programs at the same time. Using the Windows key plus the right arrow will snap a program perfectly to half of the screen. This would be a good spot to pause the video and take a screenshot for later. Now let's discuss your new file storage and backup, OneDrive. OneDrive is the district-provided file management system. Using OneDrive will back up your files so that you will always have access to them. Additionally, because it is a cloud-based storage, you will be able to access your files from any computer or browser. By using OneDrive, you can say goodbye to that growing collection of USB or thumb drives that you may have. Note: the server folder, also known as the H drive, no longer exists. Files saved on your computer are not guaranteed to be backed up and may be lost in certain situations if not stored in OneDrive. Okay, let's look at how to access OneDrive so you can back up your files and gain access to them on any computer connected to the internet, anywhere. First, open Edge so we can get to Classlink. Next, click on the Office 365 icon so we can access OneDrive and all of the other Office 365 products like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and many more. Finally, click on OneDrive. Now you have access to OneDrive, where you can upload and download documents. OneDrive is in the cloud, so all your documents are always backed up and can be accessed on any computer with internet by logging into OneDrive. Now that we have OneDrive open, let's look at how to upload a document from our computer to OneDrive so it's backed up. With OneDrive open, find the file that you would like to upload to OneDrive. It can be located anywhere, like on a desktop as seen in the picture. You can also access the file by using the File Explorer, like we talked about earlier. We can click and drag the document to OneDrive. So left-click and hold the document, then drag it to OneDrive. Finally, drop the document by releasing the left click. If you would like to store the file in a folder in your OneDrive, you can drop the document on the folder or click that folder before you drag the file. Either way, you have now successfully uploaded and backed up a document to OneDrive. Next, we will explore how to edit a document in OneDrive. First, locate the document you would like to edit. Next, click on the document. OneDrive will launch the appropriate application in a new tab where the document will be ready for editing. All editing done this way will automatically be saved and backed up. You never have to click Save. Finally, let's look at how to edit a document in the desktop version of a program. Note, it is recommended to work in the desktop version of an Office product over the browser version when you have lots of changes to make, or you're working with tables or math equations. Office 365 products in the browser are great because they are accessible on any computer, but there are less features and not everything will work like you imagine. So, when you have a large homework assignment to complete, take the extra steps to launch to the desktop app. Okay, let's edit a document now. First, locate the document in OneDrive. Next, click on the document to open it in the browser version, like we've seen before. Now, instead of editing from the browser, click the Launch in Desktop App button in the upper middle of your screen. You will be presented with a prompt that says, "This site is trying to open Word. Choose Open," and then close the other prompt. In this instance, we are using Microsoft Word, so Word on the desktop will now open the document. In other words, the document is now on your computer. Now, using the desktop version of Word, make all your complex edits. If you open your document this way, you'll notice that the autosave in the upper left corner will be on. This means that all the edits you make will automatically be saved back to OneDrive. If you do not see autosave is on, the edits will not be synced. Close Word and repeat the process again. You may have missed a step. Caution: downloading a document from OneDrive is not the same as launching a document like we just did. Downloaded documents will not sync. Downloaded documents are copies of the document from the cloud, or in other words, they are a copy of the original file. These are not backed up and can be lost. This may be a good spot to pause and explore or rewind the video and rewatch. Now we will discuss how to use Teams meetings. For all synchronous, or in other words, live communication, the district will be using Teams meetings. Before we begin talking about Teams meetings, it's important to understand that you do not need to be in a team to use Teams meetings. That said, we do prefer that you join any Teams meetings using the desktop version. It provides a better experience and more features. Let's look at how we will join a Teams meeting. First, we should say it's recommended that you attend meetings using your district-provided device. We say this because the Teams desktop app is already installed on your computer. We also recommend, before you click any Teams meetings links, that you open and log into Teams on the desktop. You only need to do this the very first time. Now that you've logged into the Teams desktop app, find and click on the link provided by your teacher. Links can be shared in different ways, and for that reason may look different. Regardless of how they look, most links will be shared through Schoology. Here are two examples of what links to Teams meetings may look like. When clicked, the link will launch a browser and a tab will present you with a choice of how you would like to join the meeting. Click on Open Your Teams app for the best experience. While continue on this browser will work, it is not the best experience and you will lose some key functions. The Teams desktop app will launch into the waiting room of the meeting. Let's discuss this next. Before you can enter a Teams meeting, you will be brought to the waiting room. The waiting room has two functions. First, it provides the opportunity for your teacher to create a safe meeting environment for you by choosing who can enter. If it ever occurs that you are prompted with the option to enter your name, please use your first and last full name. If you don't, you run the risk of not being accepted into the meeting. Allowing people into the meeting is at the teacher's discretion, and if they cannot, for any reason, determine who you are, then there is the possibility that they may not admit you. Secondly, the waiting room provides you the opportunity to adjust your meeting settings before you enter. Please turn on your video and audio settings before you leave the waiting room. If there is an issue, Teams will prompt you with a warning, but this is rare on a district laptop. If there is an issue, please click the device setting wheel and choose the appropriate settings. Finally, click Join Now. During a meeting, you can adjust your settings. Here are some of the settings that you can adjust. Turn on or off your camera and microphone. Share your screen and any content. This option can be disabled by your teacher. Another important setting is raising and lowering your hand. Use this to notify your teacher that you have a question or would like to participate. And of course, you can leave the meeting by clicking the End Call button. Note, your teacher has the ability to view the attendance at the end of the meeting. Now that we've discussed how to join and use Teams meetings, we would like to adjust one more setting. We are going to enable New Meeting Experience. By turning this on, some important features will be enabled. Features like the Gallery View, where you can see 49 people at once, and Together Mode, where everyone will be in the same classroom. Additionally, you have the ability to use virtual backgrounds. These and other features will be covered by your teacher or during another video. Now, we will discuss how to contact your teacher. First, we must say that there is no one way to communicate with your teacher. Additionally, your teacher will have a preferred method for communication that they will outline for you. Here are a few methods that you may see or use. First, you can communicate with your teacher through Schoology using the mail letter icon on the top red bar. Next, click New Message, where you will be prompted with a message box. Finally, type your teacher's name into the To box and your communication in the message box, then send. Another possible form of communication is via email. First, access Classlink via the Edge browser. Next, click on the Office 365 icon. From there, locate and click on the Outlook icon. Clicking on the icon will open your email. Click on New Message button in the upper left corner of Outlook. A new email will open. In the To box, type your teacher's name. It will automatically look up their email. Click on the correct option provided. Finally, compose your communication and add a subject, then click Send, found near the bottom of the email. That concludes our session today. We hope that it was informative and that you learned at least one helpful thing. Thank you for attending the Student Technology Introduction video. Remember, you can always reference this video at any time to review these topics.